my favorite part of the podcast, Seeking the Socials, where our producer Aiden seeks the socials, being Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you ask us a few questions. Aiden.
Gentlemen, welcome to Seeking the Socials. This has been a long time coming. Sean, Kurt, Kamo, welcome. It's great to have you all here. It's great to hear your guys' opinions on this. For those of you who don't know what Seeking the Socials is it a segment where I scour social media to find the most interesting, topical, and sometimes controversial opinions relating to football over the last week. Sometimes I inform the lads of a topic, and other times I get the gents to pick a topic by choosing a social media platform. So this week, I thought I could suggest the social media. It's not going to be a lucky packet this time. And this one came from Twitter. The amount of comments and retweets was crazy. It is a broad question, but I thought, given the special occasion with all three of you here, it seems fitting. So, in your opinion, what is the greatest thing to ever happen on a football pitch? Albeit a goal, a celebration, or even an incident. I want to hear what you guys have to say for a moment on local soil and a moment on international soil.
Sure. I think international, Kurt, if I may, Kamo, it's got to be Maradona's Hand of God. My humblest opinion.
Okay.
Local, it's got to be, I think 1996, 95, we won the AFCON. I'm trying to think what else. Sean Roberts penalty save.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Whoa. Don't be so aggressive.
Please specify, Sean.
Wow. I've got to go Maradona, Hand of God. I'd love to hear everyone else's opinion on that. Local's got to be AFCON, I guess. Or even Banyana as well. But I think whenever we go back to local, we always go back to 90, I think it's 96, right? 96 in terms of what we achieved. Come on, what's your... I could be missing something very obvious here, but that's my opinion.
I'll go for ones that I was alive for. So locally, I think nothing will ever top like seeing Shabalala score against Mexico. I think that was something like I'll never ever forget, like forever for the rest of my life. It was so magical, like it was so great. So I think that locally like was like immense. And then internationally I'd have to go like to the World Cup final, man. This past one was mad. So yeah, seeing Mbappe do that. I know Messi was on another level, but seeing Mbappe score a hat-trick like that under the circumstances, his team down against the greatest player of all time. Yeah, that was iconic shit, man. So yeah, I think those for me are like the two standout moments in my footballing life, like that I've ever seen, like the craziest shit. I don't know about you, Kurt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so I had the Shabalala one lined up as well.
Yeah, right.
That for me, no, I swear. I mean, that for me was the best moment that I've ever had as a fan. And like, you know, you're seeing it now with the Rugby World Cup. There's the sort of feeling you get when you're supporting your country that you can't compare to anything else. Like when it's your people doing it, it's just the best feeling in the world. And I remember we were watching with like 20 friends, and we were at this guy's house, and they had this massive TV room downstairs, and there were just 20 of us sitting on these couches. Yeah. And when that goal went in, it was just mayhem. And I was wearing a beanie, a Bafana beanie, and I still to this day haven't had it returned to me. It was never to be found again. That's how chaotic it got. And it was just this feeling of like, we all criticize South Africa for how shit things are sometimes, but a sporting moment like that, and it sounds cheesy as hell, but really does bring people together. And it's like, there's nothing else in the world, to me at least, better than that feeling. And I'm feeling that now with the Springboks. I'm feeling that even now with the cricket team. I mean, they are playing some beautiful stuff. And I just hope that, you know, in the future we can feel that way with Bafana. Yeah. But that was the most memorable for me locally. And then internationally,
just to touch on there, Curtie,
yes.
Two things I don't believe: that you wore a beanie and that you actually have 20 friends. So go into the international. Yeah, good shot.
There were two of us, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I was bald.
2.5. One was a midget.
But then the international moment for me, I think it will have also been the World Cup last year, but it wasn't the final. For me, it was, as a big Messi fan, something that has driven me crazy for so many years. And again, it's because people have short-term memory loss. But Lionel Messi, from about 2008 to 2015, was the big match player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Ronaldo, when he won that three-peat with Real Madrid, sort of became the big moment guy. But Messi in Champions League finals at Wembley in 2011, most memorably for me. In 2009 against Manchester United as well, that headed goal over Van der Sar. So he was the man for big moments. And it drove me crazy for so many years to say that Messi never did it when it mattered. And that obviously tied in with the finals that he lost with Argentina in 2014, I think 2015 and 2016. Back-to-back Copa America losses, and then the World Cup in 2014. So for me, the moment was when Argentina were playing Netherlands in the quarterfinals, and Messi did that jink and then that sort of through ball for Molina to go score. Was it Molina? Yeah. It was like, for me, it was this realization that it's happening.
Yeah.
This guy is doing this now at the World Cup on the biggest stage at 35 years old. And it's just magical moment after magical moment. Like, I still have goosebumps thinking about it, but it was just this moment of pure genius, which like perfectly encapsulates what Messi is. And on the biggest stage, in a match where Messi sort of turned into this Maradona figure, where he became nasty and ugly and was doing the ears to Louis van Gaal and was tussling with Weghorst, and after the game calling Weghorst a bobo, and he was just this animal, and it was so unsporting, but it was like, yes, this is what the Argentines, this is what people want from you, like your Argentina fans. This is what they've criticized you for so many years, for not having this fight and this spirit. So when he was doing that, and then also producing those moments as a footballer that just leave, or as a fan, that you are just breathless. I mean, I just remember thinking, what the hell just happened? Because no one saw that pass happening except for him and Molina. And it was just beautiful. And that's the moment that game, that moment was just everything for me.
Yeah, you see, that's why I love getting your opinion, guys. Because I would never have thought of that, obviously. Probably nobody even come.
Not in your current state, Sean.
Not in my current states. Aiden, just a quick one. Your side, any best moments besides hisfirsttime.com/Aiden Hewitt?
Yeah, good one, Sean. Thanks for that. So for me personally, big moments in football or in any sport, you have to consider what it does for a nation, what it does for the supporters, what it does for the emotions of the fans. And I'm going to echo Kurt and Kamo with the local soil option being that goal against Mexico in 2010. I think everyone had it down that Bafana weren't going to score. Yes, we didn't get out the group stages, but holy shit, what a goal, what a finish, that pass.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it reminds me of the 95 World Cup, because I definitely wasn't born then, but that goal like brought unity to the country.
I would have held it.
You know, well, Sean, funny you say that, because my international moment again comes from the last World Cup final, right?
Oh, I thought you were going with a Rene Higuita. That's where I thought you were going with that goalkeeper. That's also a great one, guys. Yeah.
In the final, you know, Sean Roberts Martinez whipped out that save in like the last 5 minutes and ultimately won Argentina that final, right? That, I don't know if that goal was going to be a lead or a draw for France, but look at what that save did in Argentina. I mean, you see these videos of Buenos Aires erupting in tumultuous noise, going absolutely apeshit after that save, and then when the final whistle blew. So those are my moments, and you know, you have to consider what it does for a nation, what it does for a fan. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And just to add on that, Kurt, Kamo, the greatest final ever, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily. I think
incredible, hey?
Yeah, crazy. One of the greatest. I think the greatest game I've ever seen. Like for a long time, it was Spurs and City, like the one Champions League game, and then like after I saw that, I was like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Look, I do remember watching the 2005 Champions League final between obviously Liverpool and AC Milan, and that second half into extra time was phenomenal. That comeback, but in terms of I don't know, just the stage that was on last year in Qatar, the fact that it was Mbappe scoring 2 late goals to equalize, the fact that Mbappe scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final and didn't win.
It's mind-blowing.
Like Aiden just touched on, that was such a big moment, and that was the winning goal. That would have been the winning goal for Moani. I think it was 4 minutes from time. And then straight away from that, Argentina break, and they have a chance. And no, that game was, that was the best final I think I've ever seen. And
I think it's going to be the best final for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to
seeing you.
next week.
Cheers, Adam.